Hello. We begin today by going over common college-bound tests you'll expect to see in the coming months as you complete your junior year and begin your senior year of high school. There are many types, as listed on the screen, with which you need to be familiar.
Let's start by understanding why you are taking these tests. For many students, these tests provide an opportunity to meet admissions criteria at the state universities in Arizona. As you can see, in the state of Arizona, a score on the ACT of a 22 or an 1140 on the SAT will make you admissions eligible. Additionally, the information provided during testing registration gives the schools a picture of your performance in high school as well as career interest and what potential major you might pursue. Your resulting testing score helps them establish if you are a student they want to seek out for admissions. This could be through email, an invitation to tour their college, or even a scholarship opportunity.
Another reason to take these college-bound tests is to help you with earning scholarships based on your test scores. For example, ASU has a scholarship estimator that allows you to enter in your test scores, as well as your class rank and GPA to determine what scholarship you would be eligible for. All of our state universities give out scholarships in this manner. This is particularly helpful to see in advance of your senior year.
Let's give it a try to see how a single test score can really impact the money awarded. For example, this particular student here is considered average but meets the admission criteria, which is a 3.0 GPA in core classes, and falls at the 51 percentile or right in the middle of their peers at the high school. A score of a 22, while it would admit the student, offers no merit-based scholarship. The student then turns around and studies and retakes the exam and scores a 28 on the ACT and now is eligible for a Dean Scholarship of $6,000, which covers about 60% of tuition. These are funds awarded for performance in high school. At the point of your senior year, altering your core GPA with the law of averages will be very hard to do, but studying and taking a test for a second time can have a very large financial impact. The importance of test preparation cannot be overstated enough.
We will go over some other types of testing to expect. These include the AccuPlacer, ASVAB, SAT subject tests, and AP exams. Each serve a different purpose. If you've taken a dual enrollment class, you are likely familiar with AccuPlacer testing, which is required for placement in the college-level coursework, which is at the 100 level or higher. For example, if you wish to start at a freshman English composition class, usually titled English 101, you must test into that level. AccuPlacer testing happens in the areas of math, reading, and writing. This testing source allows to see if you are college ready. The ASVAB is a test to determine your MOS or mode of service for military jobs and also serves as an aptitude test to see what skills you have. You can take this in the spring of your senior year if you wish to do so. Several of you just completed this test last week on our campus during the school day. Subject tests and AP exams are other options. Subject tests allow you to show mastery in a content for the purpose of college admissions, often required or strongly encouraged from highly selective colleges. It is a way to set yourself apart from your peers. AP exams are offered in the 11 areas we have as courses on our campus. Students taking AP courses are expected to sit for the AP exam. Not doing so questions the rigor of the coursework, and the colleges you apply to will be expecting those test scores. Also, the scores received from testing gives colleges feedback about you as a student. It also allows you to earn college credit, sometimes core and sometimes elective at the university or college you will attend. Regardless of your post-high school plans, some element of testing and placement will be required.
The next few slides we will spend on discussing the ACT and the SAT exam. If you ask most of your teachers, they will share that they took both in preparation for college. In some instances, you might perform better on one than on the other. All juniors on our campus will take the ACT for free this spring one time. It will then be up to you to register for and sit for any future exams. It's important to know that registering for a future exam is done by you and online. Centennial does happen to be a testing site for the SAT, which occurs on 7 Saturdays throughout the school year.
Let's first look at the ACT. Like stated before, all juniors will take this test with us, and we will take care of registration via paper. But if you choose to take the exam at another time, you will have to pay for it and choose a test date and location through the actstudent.org website. Note that the test has a cost of $42.50, and you can send up to 4 school reports to the colleges you are considering for admissions. See the future test dates posted here, which start in your soon-to-be senior year. The actstudent.org website is filled with information and test preparation, including practice exams, and we'll go over what content to expect on the test in more detail.
When you sit for the exam, expect it to take about 3.5 hours, including breaks. You will complete 4 sections. As noted here, those sections are English, math, reading, and science. Each varies in the number of questions and the length. Math is notable as you have 60 questions to answer in 60 minutes. For each of the sections, you will get a score of 1 through 36. 36 is a perfect score. You will receive a composite score, which is the average of the 4 sections. As stated earlier, a 22 composite score is one of the ways to meet admissions requirements into the state universities. Higher scores can have an impact on scholarship. There is no penalty for guessing, which means it is important to answer every question on the test.
The other college-bound test is the SAT. For more information on the SAT, visit the collegeboard.org website. The College Board is also responsible for the PSAT, AP program, and subject tests. If you took the PSAT this fall, for which 25% of our juniors did, that test directly aligns with this exam. You should expect to pay $43 for this test, or more if you include the essay. Highly selective schools will encourage you to choose the essay. This would be for out-of-state colleges, Ivy League schools, or schools for which very few applicants are admitted versus the number that apply. Subject tests you might choose to showcase your achievement include literature, chemistry, biology, mathematics, U.S. and world history, among different language tests. This website has vast information to help prepare for the different exams, as well as a partnership with the Khan Academy for test prep.
Khan Academy is a wonderful resource for test prep, as well as for the subjects you are taking right now. Please go check it out, and under the taskbar at the top right, click on Subjects to explore. This resource includes video tutorials for content in math, science, and social studies. You'll be able to access this if you took the PSAT this fall with a unique guide for study help.
The SAT should take a total of 3 hours and has 2 scoring sections. A perfect score is a 1600. There is no penalty for guessing, so this test too encourages you to leave no question blank.
On the practice book you were given titled Preparing for the ACT Test, we would like for you to write down a few things on the front cover. April 4th, you will complete paper registration as a large group in the auditorium. Then on April 19th, a Wednesday, you will take the ACT on our campus. Please write down both dates so you are sure to be present. Next, you will hear from current college freshman, Colin, about how he prepared for the ACT and the SAT and the impact for his future schooling and financial aid.
Hi, I'm Colin Cox, and I'm here to talk to you juniors about preparing for the ACT and the SAT. So the first time I took the ACT, I didn't do very well. I mean, I got a 26, and I didn't really think I prepared much for it. I didn't study. I didn't really go to sleep early before the test. I showed up and just took it. And I feel like I could have done a lot better. So I talked to my mom, and I got her to sign me up for another ACT test. And I took a Sylvan Prep course this time. I got all the ACT prep books. And then I did the online courses. I did the ACT prep books. I went to the Sylvan Prep course. They didn't really help me with the stuff I was good at, which was reading and math. And so we worked on the science and the English part. And they helped me improve my score by a couple points, because for the first time I took the science part of the ACT, I only got a 21. And then I took it the second time after the Sylvan Prep course and all the preparing I did. I got a 26, and that's 5 points improvement, which really helped my average score. My English score improved by 4 points, I believe, and then my reading score improved as well. And so I ended up with a 29 instead of a 26, and 3 points can really help you with scholarship offers. because I'm going to ASU, and my first scholarship offer was $8,000 a year or semester. But with my new ACT score, and I also took the SAT as well, I was offered an extra $1,000 each year, and that can really help in the long run because nothing in life is free. So
there are several approaches to test preparation. Depending on your learning style, you have many ways to get prepared. There are some online prep tools that you can use, including a full online prep course through the Arizona Public Library System. Follow the link above and you can enroll in a prep course and use the other resources available as well. Some students prefer to study with in-print items, like the Preparing for the ACT guide you were given today. You can also check out books available here in our library. These books have several practice exams and tips for being the best test taker possible. The best prep is by starting with taking a full-length test and seeing where you need to focus. Learning how to pace yourself is important as these tests are timed. Also, some of the content you might not have seen in math for some time, so this will give you an idea of what to review. Other opportunities for daily prep include utilizing smartphone apps. Some are free, like the ones listed here, and others you will have to pay for. It could make all the difference, so use your technology for what it was meant for, learning. If you really are seeking out certain test scores for admissions, you might consider a face-to-face prep course. These are rarely free and require research on your own part. Two common ones our students have used in the past are through Princeton Review and the Sylvan Learning Center. Your score is in direct reflection to the time you prepare. We encourage you to start today, giving yourself nearly 2 months. We want you to know that the pursuit of post-secondary education is obtainable for all, and fee waivers are very helpful in that pursuit. A fee waiver can waive the cost of an SAT or an ACT exam in the future. For those of you that qualify for free or reduced lunch, you are considered fee waiver eligible. It can also allow you to apply for colleges for free, waiving the application fee. Students have to use an SAT or ACT fee waiver to get an application waiver as well, particularly for out-of-state colleges. You need to see your school counselor to get a waiver. ASU, U of A, and NAU have their own waiver, and if you get free or reduced lunch, be sure to see your counselor to waive this fee of up to $50. Please don't be shy, they are here for you to use. You just never know where a score or admissions application can take you.
Your counselors will be hosting a few career-focused workshops in March and April. We know a lot of students head to the community college or university without any idea of what career they want, often changing their major numerous times and spending 5 to 6 years in school. What you study should relate to what you want to do, and if you know ahead of time, it could save you thousands of dollars in student loan debt. Many up-and-coming lucrative careers require post-high school education. Often these programs can be completed in less than 2 years or with on-the-job training. Please listen to the announcements, look on our Facebook or Twitter to learn how to sign up for the workshops.
Now is the time of year we begin drafting our master schedule for next year. Students on track can request release time for one or both semesters, but are required to take a minimum of 3 credits in the fall and 2 for spring. If you are in good standing and have passed all classes so far through high school, you can complete a request now. You fill out an ECAP form letting us know which electives, 1 or 2, from your course request in Student View you will drop. This is due no later than March 1st. Wow, that was a lot of information. We know you have big dreams and plans. Finish this year strong. It can mean all the difference in your future plans and how prepared you are. We want you to use your summer wisely, attending a summer program, taking a community college class, amongst other things. Staying engaged will benefit you more than you can imagine. Your senior year is an important one. Take advantage of your last year of free public education. Many students will continually change their future plans, and it's best to keep all doors open. Internships are a valuable experience. As you've heard us say before, taking a math course before you graduate is seriously a great idea. Thank you and best of luck on your 6th semester of high school. We hope to see you at one of our upcoming career workshops. Next up, some final thoughts from Liz, a peer counselor, on 3 things she wants you to know.
Hi juniors, my name is Elizabeth Pfeiffer. This year I'm a senior and I wanted to give you guys some tips for getting ready for your senior year. I know it seems like it's so far away, but trust me, it's going to be there very, very quickly. So, my first tip for you juniors is that senior year is actually going to be really, really hard. I just finished my first semester and it's quite stressful. You're not only dealing with your core classes that you have to finish, like your English, government, and econ, you have work, you have school activities, but you're also going to be starting to apply for colleges. And that's something that you can't prepare for, but I'm going to try my best to prepare you for it. There are so many deadlines that you have. There are so many steps you need to take to apply. So my biggest help for you is to either get a planner or get some sort of calendar that you can lay out all of your deadlines, all of your classwork, all of your work schedules, all of your sports practices, your play practices, everything. It is one of the best things just to be able to see it and you know exactly what's coming. So I was going to show you my planner. This is for my month of January. So I even have it color-coded, so if you want to do that too, that's pretty great. So I have my play practices, my work schedule, school schedule, and I even have some other things for classes in there. That is very important. Next, we're going to talk about test scores. Your ACT is coming up, and that's also very scary because that definitely is going to affect your future. My personal experience with the ACT, I was worried, but I wasn't too worried. I was kind of preoccupied with my other classes trying to pass. So when I took the ACT, I got a good score, but it's not the score that I wanted. I ended up with a 23, and for a higher scholarship at the college that I wanted to go to, which is ASU, I needed a 27 or a 28, so I'm actually retaking it this year. I'm retaking it in a couple of weeks, and I've been cramming, and that's been really stressful trying to apply for colleges and reteach myself some things that I learned years ago. So it's fresh in your brain, do it good now. So my last piece of advice to you guys is keep asking questions. I didn't, and just a few months ago I was talking to some of the guidance counselors and they asked, what are you going to do? And I said, I'm going to GCC because I don't think I can afford the university. Luckily, they gave me a fee waiver. I applied to ASU, and just yesterday I found out that I'm getting free tuition and a lot of scholarships to help me out. So ask questions, go talk to Ms. Walsh, go talk to your guidance counselor, because my life is going in such a different direction than I thought it was going to be, and it's going to be such a positive impact, and I hope that that happens to you guys as well. So good luck junior year, be ready for senior year, and you guys are going to do great.